YouTubers, Bald Rhino here. We finally received our PSA package back, and it was a bulk order, and it was the trying to get the $7 a card before they changed it. And so I wanted to share at least half of the order with you tonight. Hope you enjoy it. Basically, you'll see some personal collection items, some cards that I thought would really be 10s that I should get done, and then others I thought that would have value in the future. So it's a good mix. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the grades. Yeah, I've seen them. There are some disappointments and some things that I can learn and share with them. So without further ado, here we go. All right, the first card that I want to show you is the 1983 Donruss George Brett. This card, man, I thought was perfect. It was a 10. It came back a 9. And when I look at it, it doesn't have the perfect, absolute perfect centering that's required for that 83 Donruss set, but it is sure nice. So all in all, okay, but you're really shooting for anything in the 80s, and you're shooting for 10s unless they're PC related items. So another somewhat disappointment, if you will. This is the Don Mattingly Mini 87. I looked at probably 50 to 100 of these at a show, and unfortunately it came out a 9, but it's sure a good looking card. In the back was perfect, so not too bad. That'll be sold, but hoping to get better cards. And then so one that was a success was the Ohtani 10, PSA 10 pitching. I don't think the kid's going to be pitching, even though he can probably come back from surgery like Walker Buehler did. But I just wanted to try to get some high-grade pictures of him pitching, so that's one. And then this is a theme of the order you'll see where I really don't know how to evaluate tops 86 and 84. I thought that this card was absolutely perfect, and it's not. It's a 9. But the centering looked perfect, if you can tell there. And it's a beautiful pocket card. It's hard to find this card in a good grade. I tell you, this is a real collectible set in high grade because they are hard to get. And you'll see some cards that I have coming up that are so nice, and they are just not high grade. So I'm happy with that, though. That's a tough card to get. And then I'm really happy with this one. This is really hard to get. I actually thought that this was not going to be nearly as good as it came out, but this is a 82 Topps Carlton Fisk in action PSA 9. And so very happy with that. It's one of the coolest card pictures you're going to see. So like that one quite a bit. And then the Reigns 84. I just can't understand the centering issues. This does have a bad corner there, you can tell right there, but man, that is a good looking card for an 8. So not real successful there. And I want to collect the 84. It's one of my favorite sets, so I'll just have to deal with it. But this Gwyn is obviously off center on the bottom, but also received an 8. So not too bad. And then obviously I PC the Roberto Clemente, anything with him on it, and so I sent this into PSA, and it got a 9. This is the tribute card, the first in the series. These are very hard to grade or to see from a perspective of whether it's going to get a good grade or not. And so that received a 9. The next in the tribute is this card here, 1998, and it received a PSA 10. It's a beautiful card, man. I just love those cards. They're so sharp. They're not worth anything slabbing, but if you know, it's all about collecting what you like. And here's the Roberto Clemente PSA 10 of the third tribute card. It's another great card. And then this was a disappointment, I'll admit. 2017 Panini Chronicles Trout. Man, I thought this was perfect, but that black around that side is so hard. You never know. I really spent a lot of time. That's a 9 on it, but that's okay. And then this was nice. I just love Trout. I don't know how his stuff won't be worth more in the future, so I go ahead and slab what the cards I think are perfect. And this one was, I remember submitting it and telling myself, if this isn't a 10, I need to go into doing another hobby, but thankfully it came back as a 10. It's a very pretty card, I think. Very nice. None of these cards are really high. There's a couple of them, but not much. And there's my favorite 2018 Stadium Club insert. I love the Special Forces inserts. And so I just tried to evaluate one of the cards to see which would be a 10. I was lucky enough that this one came back a 10. So, pretty sweet. I don't know if you've seen the Special Forces, but they have a black back and a black, black, so they could be very hard to grade over time. So. And then this is a really fun one I hope everybody knows about or has seen before, but I took a gamble. I have several of these, but this is the Ken Griffey Jr. Etch-a-Sketch card, PSA 10. Just fun cards, really fun. So it's kind of a Etch-a-Sketch picture on it, and then it gets to be kind of a real card on the back. So that's kind of a neat, that's really, it was a good, I had a couple of these, I only submitted one, so that was kind of nice to get the 10. And then the Roberto Clemente, this is the 69 reprint. I did not pull the coating off of this. It's kind of a refractor kind of a look. It's very shiny. So I didn't take it off for fear because it was so perfectly centered, and I'm glad I did. So that's a 10. With the coating on there. Very sharp looking card. Then this is the 68 Topps reprint. That's not a refractor or with the coating, and it came back at 10. It didn't have a coating on it to begin with, I don't want to, but that's kind of a sharp looking card. They're harder to get graded than you might think too. And high quality. So this is the 57 reprint in the PSA 10 of the Clemente. And here's, I just, for the life of me, I don't understand why this is not a 9, but it's an 8. So it's just part of the Hall of Fame set that I'm trying to do in 86, but they're just so impossible to get graded. I don't know. They look so good. Now, one thing, I did buy a baseball card exchange certified box one time at a show, and I would never do that again. The only reason you would buy a box like that is to keep it and then sell it, because the cards were actually damaged from mildew, and so it could be a surface issue on some of these cards. I can't remember. I just tried to submit the ones that were centered the best. And here's a McCovey. This was just a real find. I think I bought this for $1. It's not a high value card, but it sure is pretty perfect centering for a 76 card, PSA 8. I guess kind of a disappointment coming, because I thought the card was perfect and I really like it, is the Focal Point Barry Bonds 98. Kind of a junk wax card, but I don't know if you've seen these before, but they are so beautiful. These cards are perfect. And wondering if you'd like that or not, but I sure like it. And then the focal point in the back. I don't know, this corner's perfect, centering's perfect, who knows? But I sure like that card. I'm trying to change the light if you can see it better. That's a little bit better. It's pretty card. All right, 2 more left, and then we'll save the rest for other videos. I have so many in this particular return from PSA. Here's the Trout Heritage 10. Cool. And then lastly, I've had good luck with these decal edges, but they are tough to grade, and this is the Mookie Betts. I think I kind of figured out how to get these things graded perfectly, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. More coming, and please like, subscribe, and comment. Take care.